We want to bring awareness to the fact that these incidents do happen. Basically, a hate-motivated incident is an incident where someone takes their beliefs, their understandings, their biases, and puts them into action and actually targets a person or a group of people just based on who they are, whether it be their race, sexual orientation, their religion, their gender, their social status, anything in the Human Rights Code, and that is defined as something that is under the definition of hate crimes. And again, we'll cover a little bit more of that later. So we know that these incidents do occur, and we know that when they do occur, they have tremendous impact on the victim, and they do affect the community generally, if it, say, is a race issue, but it also impacts our whole community because we do start having two sides of the conversation coming to the table and people coming with their biases and not having understanding, not engaging in diversity and accepting it. So that is why we're here today.
A couple of months ago, we had a local citizen approach Crime Stoppers, and he was very upset about the violence in our community, particularly violence against women and racially motivated violence because of bias or hate. At that particular time, he actually had put up a Facebook page, and he had collected actually I think at that time it was about $2,800. And what he wanted to do when he approached Crime Stoppers was for us to put that money towards a specific crime that had happened, advertise it and put that money towards it. Well, unfortunately, that does not fit our mandate. So, but we were very concerned, and obviously this person really wanted to make a difference in the community. So we initially met with this person, explained our situation, explained that we were all on the same page with him, and we were just as outraged as everybody else. So from that meeting, a dialogue began, some brainstorming sessions happened, and here we are today.
The role of the police service is to serve and protect, and part of that service is that we advocate for victims of crime. But we also advocate for human rights, safety, security, and the inclusiveness of all identifiable groups in our community. We're dedicated to ensuring that we have resources in place that are committed to sustainable partnerships in our community, to build trust, to prevent hate-motivated crimes, and to foster an atmosphere of mutual respect within Thunder Bay, not much like our Respect campaign that we have going already. And although the police play a pivotal role in the identification and prosecution of hate-motivated crimes, we believe it's a community responsibility to ensure that all segments of our community, to respect all segments of our community and to demonstrate intolerance to racism and hate-motivated crime in general. I'd like to commend the members of the Thunder Bay Hate Crime Awareness Committee and their corporate sponsors for their efforts in raising awareness of hate-motivated crime and the negative impact it can have not only on the individuals, but how it can divide our community. The grassroots campaign is an important first step, and with that I'd like to introduce Constable Larry Baxter. Larry is well known to many of people in our community. He's been our Aboriginal liaison officer for a number of years, and what we are doing is we're branching him out a little bit. We're spreading out his role. It's going to be taking on much more, not specifically Aboriginal issues, but also broader diversity issues, which include hate crime. And he's going to give a few comments on what his new role is for you.
The message here may strike some nerves in the city and may come across as controversial. However, I believe it's a message that has long been overdue. And it's a message that will contribute to making our city more welcoming and a safer place for all members to live. Research has shown that 1 in 10 hate and bias-motivated crimes are reported to police. Although there are a number of reasons why this is the case, we recognize that one reason is lack of community awareness of what constitutes a hate crime as opposed to a hate incident. It is our hope that this campaign will provide that awareness and education for the community to recognize and report hate-motivated crimes and incidents. As a person responsible for monitoring and tracking these incidents, it is my hope, and I'm sure the hope of the community, that we can create the awareness that attitudes that influence any person to target and commit a criminal act against an individual or group of individuals based on their hatred or bias for that group creates an impact that goes far deeper than the victim and can divide a community. Therefore, it is our duty as a community to ensure that these types of crimes are reported and not tolerated in Thunder Bay. As it's been said, as a police service, we cannot tackle this issue alone. We need to stand united as a community against these types of crimes. The police are only as good as the information we get. If hate crimes are not reported, as the old saying goes, silence equals acceptance, even if this is not our intention. This is going to be a learning process for us all as a community and as we embark on this path together. Miigwech.
From a community standpoint, why are partnerships like this so important when you're trying to deal with these kind of social issues?
Well, it's, I think, idealistic to expect the police to be able to try to turn a society around. And there's been an awful lot of damage over the decades caused by hate crimes and crimes related to it. I think that if we're ever going to solve these things and build a community, we're going to have to get the community involved. And that means the various groups that we saw here today and the concerned individuals. By working together, then I think we have a realistic possibility of doing things. And the more people are involved, the more the word gets out, so that it's kind of a snowball effect. And I'm pretty optimistic that we can do things. I've seen good things happen in this community due to that sort of an effort. And of course, the obvious one is Evergreen, a United Community, which has started off with one individual and then a few friends, and it grew and grew and grew. But there are other examples now in other parts of the city, which I'm very happy to see. And with hate crime awareness, I think it's a similar sort of thing. The word has to get out, and we have to get the community mobilized.
Obviously, as a community, everybody wants to feel safe, no matter what background you come from, no matter what what group you represent, let's say, your lifestyle. Everybody wants to feel safe in a community. Again, I go back to, I want to have a safe place to live. I want my kids to have a safe place to grow up and be proud of who they are. And I would like that for everybody in this town, no matter what background you come from,
So again, our campaign is Hate Divides a Community. We are better than this. And again, encouraging people to report it to either Crime Stoppers or the police.